This is the shore on 88.4 and the waves keep crushing in.
Today my lovely guests are...
And my guests are today Jenny Wu.
Quickly.
This is the shore of Jenny Wu and the Holy Flow.
Oh, my telephone.
Yeah. The whole of Canada, no bands.
Well, I have a band in Canada as well, but now I live in Rome. And the big problem is, in Rome there's a lot of people, but not a lot of really good people. Joking. No, there's a lot of people, but it's very difficult to find people who have not only the talent and the energy and the time, but the same attitude and personalities and commitments to do a band. So I find that usually when you start a band, it's like a chain reaction. It's like picking up puzzle pieces and everybody gets movement. So when you find one person, it gets easier to find another person, to find another person. So the key part was finding Teo.
So how is the oi scene in Italy?
It's hard to say. It's basically completely different from Germany and smaller, much more smaller, and it's more do-it-yourself.
So it's more connected with the anarchics?
Yeah, it's more into politics. Here in Germany it's more like an attitude, and there are also political parties, but...
it's more working class.
Yeah, in Italy it's just more based on politics. And it also always been a little problem for me because I always been anti-racist, of course, because I am working class, I have these values. I think the less racist person in the world, and but I never been too much into politics. So
What are your parents working?
oh, my father work with glass. It's just like repair windows or mirrors or everything you can do with glass. So and my mother is unemployed at the moment, but she always worked in a restaurant or bar, things like this. Or she did many jobs in her lives, factories or shops, whatever, any things you can think, probably she did it.
And what's your trade?
What's mine?
Your trade? Or you full musician?
No.
He's not even a half.
Not even half. And I always been a worker. I work a bit when I was younger with my father, but then I worked in a factory. I worked like express courier in a mechanical office, or on the roof to repair old buildings.
He used to
like
make hamburgers.
Every kind of hard job.
So, sorry I interrupted you. So it was a problem for you that you that the scene is so political or is non-political?
It's just I'm not too much into politics, and the most of other people are, and it's just like we share most of the values, but we have a different attitude. For me, what's important is my class, my values, the music, the style, the attitude, friendship, most of everything, because you can share all your where you're born, where you grow up, but when you don't get respect from people, even when you don't get loyal.
Yeah, you wrote a song about the scene and about the oi scene. How did you get into the oi scene?
Well, probably, let's not age myself, but 15 or 16 years ago. Before that, I was a punk rocker, and I grew up in a very small town in Canada, so it was really difficult to find the punks. I came out of my mother knowing I was different. I was into metal, into alternative, and then when I was 12 or 13 years old, I heard Rancid on the radio, and it changed my life. and I was able to buy, Out Come the Wolves album, and from there were a lot of references to skinhead subculture, and I got more and more interested in it, and the internet was becoming a bigger thing, so I Googled a little to find out more about the scene and some bigger oi bands, and eventually I became skinhead because as much as I love the rebel aspect of punk music, I think the values of the skinhead scene are what attracted me.
What's the values that what you found?
So for me, I think that the most important thing about the skinhead scene is that it is based on community, so friendship is really important. It's based on loyalty, it's based on pride, and pride is definitely not, for me, racial superiority. It's pride in having what you have because you worked for it, as opposed to just receiving something. I think that all of these values are what makes a person strong in themselves, and it's positive in the sense that unlike a lot of punk music that says, tomorrow never comes, like no future, the skinhead scene is very much about we should be grateful for what we have and proud of who we are.
Is there a big scene now in Canada?
There's never really been a huge scene because Canada is a very small population in a very big house. So we have 30 million people, but the cities are very spread out. So where I grew up, it was about a 7-hour drive to go to the next city. So it was impossible to go to other gigs. And in one city, maybe you had 5 skinheads. So it's unlike the Italian scene, which is very big and very politicized. Where I grew up, it was very small and very friendship oriented. And it was great in the sense that you really grew up knowing that you had people in your life who would always be there for you through the scene. But it was difficult in the sense that you always wanted to be somewhere bigger and see the bigger bands, and it was never possible.
So, how's the Canadian scene from here?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been in Canada, so I know a couple of bands. Nowadays, I like Bishop Green. It's a really awesome band, and I think it's the same. They grow up in the same area as you grow.
Yep, neighbors.
And, there are some few other bands in the past, but I just something that I found on a CDs. I can really.
You're on a German record label. How did that come by?
Well, I think that Germany has the biggest oi scene in the world right now. And so the biggest oi labels are based in Germany, whether it's Contra, Randali, or Bandwurm. When I first started my solo project, it was in 2006 when there was Nexopia and MySpace back in the day, and I put a band profile of my demo songs. I went on MySpace and looked at all of the record labels, and I sent them a demo in the mail on a tape back in the day. Yeah, Randali wrote me and they said that they really liked the idea of acoustic oi, they really liked my style, and they were interested to meet me. So I bought a one-way ticket to Germany and I saw them, and since then we've been friends.
There's this other punk rocker girl around from England. She's
Louise Distress?
Yeah. Have you been, do you know her?
Yes, we actually did a split single together.
What's it called?
Stand Strong Together.
Ah.
Yeah, and this single was produced by Steve Whale from The Business.
Oh, cool. What else are you into? What you're interested at the moment in?
In my life?
Yeah.
I'll let Lorenzo handle this question. What are you interested in your life in general?
No, at the moment. Yeah.
Music in this band.
I love playing
Stage.
He's a young one. He's more than 10 years younger than us, and he's the most talented in the band.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We realized halfway through
Yeah.
that we actually needed some talent in the band, which is why we recruited
Yeah,
Lorenzo.
because me and her, we just been skinheads. And he's a musician, but we never been real musicians.
Yeah.
We just get drunk and go to the
Just
parties and go to the
dreamers.
gigs. I mean,
Are you good in drums as well?
Nope.
Are you rotating?
Nope. I can barely even play guitar.
we put all the energy, the experience in the scene.
Is the attitude really about? Is it mostly about having love for the people and the clothes and the style, or is it?
Attitude likes the power, the energy to stay on stage all together, and
The thing you put in your life, you put it on the stage.
yeah.
That's why I always love Park, because it's like I'm not just singing a song. I just I just shouting what I feel, what I love, what I hate on your face, and people that share the same values, the same thoughts like it, because it's just like a draining energy. I mean, I put all my energy and the audience put it back. When it happens, it's awesome.
What's the biggest show you've ever played?
The biggest show?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I played one time a festival in Indonesia and there were 8,000 people there. Yeah.
Wow. Did they? Was there police? Like, did they have like lots of security and?
It was a very intense security situation and it was very strange because it was sponsored by an Indonesian cigarette company. And so they made me stand there smoking a cigarette so that they could advertise it, but I don't smoke. So in the commercial, there's a picture, like there's a video of me trying to smoke the cigarette for the first time in my life, being like,
great
kids,
spot.
kids, smoke cigarettes. A message from Danny Wu. That was the worst moment of my life, but very funny.
Who did book that? What was that? Did you book that show? Or were you already on the label?
Well, there's a big booking company that works in Indonesia because there's a big skinhead scene there, and this label Rookie organized the festival, so they invited me.
Something about that the whole touring life changed you somehow? Did you something like?
Well, I don't know. I think that it's not the quantity of people at a show that make it special. It's a lot of things, and what I can really say is, for me, one of the best moments of my musical career has been playing with this band, because we're not just a band, we're friends as well, and we have each other's back 100%, and there's that moment in the air where you catch somebody's eye and you know exactly what you're going to do together, even though you've never rehearsed it. It's just that second of magic, of intuition, of like common spirit, and like group mind. And I think that's, why people go to concerts, is why people listen to music. It's to lose the ego, to lose who they are, to be a part of something greater than themselves. And that's what's changed me, that's what has addicted me. And that's why I play music, it's my religion.
Cool. Do you write lyrics as well?
No, actually,
You write.
She writes.
she writes.
I write a couple of new songs. And,
Which one, for example?
one that for me is really important is called The Flames Still Burn. And is also dedicated to my best friend. She was a girl named Chiara, and she died for cancer 3 years ago. And The Flames Still Burn was her first tattoo that we thought together. And it was displayed because after many years, since we were kids, she were still with me, going to concert, traveling in Europe and being into the scene. And we grew up together in this. We passed bad times and good times together. And we went through this. And she wanted tattoo that show all this, and it was this flame, and I made the flame symbolic, just like it passed
Did
years.
you do it?
She did the tattoo, because she asked me for an advice for her first tattoo. Because I am more tattooed, but for her it was the first. And,
Although he has terrible tattoos, so I don't know why you would go
You
to him for
usually use
advice.
sleeves.
But anyways, I think what Theo was saying is that it's a memorial song for a friend whose life ended too quickly, and I think that this song is for her, but it's also speaking to anybody who's lost someone they love, and it's a song that's for anybody who is a part of something bigger than themselves.
Can you? Who wants to sing, or do you want to sing the first few lines? Do you want to, or recite it? Just like the first few lines. I can say a poem too if you want.
I remember how I wrote it, but we have to change it because the line was a bit similar to other songs, so we have to change it a bit. So we just finished this song. It's almost ready. We are going to record it at the end of April. So if you want to sing a bit.
Yeah, I think the main idea of the song is I know those glory days will never return, but you know for me the flame still burns. So it's this idea that even though what has gone past can never come back again, the spirit can continue.
Are you're just probably full time now, basically on the road all the time, but are you just keep up with politics, or is that just too much, or is that you go just passing by now? Is that something that gives you or drags your energy, or are you up with the news, or is that just are you just passing through?
I mean, I definitely read the news because it's important as a global citizen to know what's happening in the world. But in terms of like the music that we write, I think a lot of the music that we write is a personal message about the lives that we live. And so it's, of course, you know, affected by the world, but I would not say that our music is written on global politics.
Also because you think that we live in Italy, so I'm not watching television since 10 years. I don't even have it.
Because of Berlusconi TV.
Yeah, but it's not just the problem. It's all the system. The problem is just all the newspapers and TV. Just a bunch of bullshit. It really makes me mad. Everything I have a direct experience in it, and then I heard it reported by journalists was completely distorted. So I really get mad. I don't want to listen to that.
Fake news.
I try to find information in different ways. There is the web, but everybody writes on the webs. So I think we are like in the Middle Age. we are the age less informed in the story probably, because there are too many information. You don't know what to believe.
Yeah, you get
You don't know
confused.
who is saying the truth or just saying something for his convenience. And it's really, you can believe the news, you can believe the one that say that is wrong, and you don't know what to believe. So it's really hard to get the proper information, I think. So, but this is something personal. I don't want to put this in.
The drummer just made a statement.
That's the end, the beginning of the end,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Finished. Beer, okay.
Avenue.